generation. Tattoos.
This is the one that deserves it.
You know what I'm saying? Ultimate drugs.
Yep. They creating drugs from a household item.
Bleaching, Ajax and shit.
Yep.
Getting high for that shit. This generation is a bunch of faggots and lesbians.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that is good is bad, and what's bad is good. You know, they don't have no scruples, no morals about nothing.
Yep.
You know, this
Homosexuality.
generation got to be humbled all the way down.
This generation need that fire. That second depth, especially tailor-made for this generation.
Most I compare this place to Sodom and Egypt.
What's that script, bro? It says about the wicked never the time is worse.
Let me get this real
Go
quick.
ahead. I'm asking myself.
Proverbs 30 and 11. It says, there is a generation that curseth their father and doeth not bless their mother.
What is that?
Proverbs 30. Proverbs 30 and 12. There is a generation that is pure in their own eyes.
This is that generation. This is that generation. I didn't do nothing. That was my great. I had to pay for what my ancestors did. I don't believe that. Of course you don't, because your ancestors did that dirt, and to the excess of that you benefit off of that.
And that's Esau was saying that part.
That's dealing with Esau.
But
That's talking about our people.
Our people is, we need to just forgive. Our generation is forgive and forget. We need to love everybody.
Well, that's Snoop that said. I didn't go through that. Was that Snoop that said that? Was that Snoop?
This is the generation right here that walk around with Esau. Like ain't shit wrong.
Ben mentioned is more heavy than ever.
Right. And they're calling it love. They're calling that love. Come back.
Yeah, I'm going to read it again. It says, Proverbs 30 and 12, there is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, yet is not washed from their filthiness.
Right. Our people are so filthy. So I was equating it to the whole world, the generation of this age of everybody upon the planet. Everybody's filthy, right? But our people are the most tainted though, because we're on the bottom and we're not supposed to be believing all of this philosophy. We're not supposed to be drunk on love and philosophy and gay and black is the same struggle. Nah, man, this ain't that. That's how polluted our people are. That's how polluted our people are, that there's no way that you can bring them back. They see us and they be like, what about white people though? You bring up the slavery side, but that ain't us.
Our generation has forgot about slavery.
Right.
Our generation don't care about slavery. You ask them that, hey man, that's too old. Y'all need to leave that alone. This is a new time, man.
Why y'all still talking about
it? We need to get along, man. This is what's gonna make everything no.
And that's the spirit the so-called white man put on their ass in slavery, and they still got it.
Right.
Master, we sick. You know, let's make America great again. Niggas saying that shit. When was America ever great to you Negroes?
Never.
It was never great to you. You've been in slavery the whole time.
But America it was great.
You know?
As much as we bring out the fact that these so-called white people that are benefiting from what their forefathers did, and we, reincarnation, basically they are their forefathers coming back generations later, and they're basically living out the benefits of what they did in the past. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Natives that got that docile spirit, you're that generation coming back. Them same people that the Edomites was lynching and killing, beating you over the head and beating your nationality out of you. You are those same Jakes suffering that, man. And here you are back today talking about some let's just let bygones be bygones. Let's forgive and forget.
Can we all just get along as
hand joining hand?
You know?
You niggas want to join in with the enemy.
You can't be
You want to just defile yourself with the fucking heathens, man.
Right.
You know? So hey, you're not washed from your filthiness. So this generation gotta be that generation that's gonna get that nuclear, that missile fire.
The Lord gotta get that.
The Lord gotta purge it. Because the prophets, all they could do is just lay out the word of the Lord. They can only just tell you for so many years what the Lord's getting ready to do.
The prophets can give you the blueprint to salvation, but the Spirit of the Lord take it. You don't want to take it. Shit.
Follow it step by step. The blueprint.
Oh yeah, go
the
back
house
to
falls
Ezekiel 12.
apart. If you got a house with blueprints and you don't follow it, and you leave nails out, shit gonna fall apart, man.
Right.
You gotta nail this thing down, man.
To the blueprint.
You know? You forgot to put the toilet in.
Yeah. Well, you don't sit at
Where you gonna sit at? No, you got an outhouse. That's been gone, man. You got a kitchen.
It's Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 28. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua.
No more tarrying. Say it ain't gonna tarry no more, man. It's gonna speak. It's here.
The
It's
prophecy is
talking.
speaking right now.
You know? We done seen the homosexuals come in where man become woman. We seen that come in right in front of us, man. It's law now. Trump trying to do something about it. He trying to bypass it, but it's too late. Obama already left that in, man. You can get the faggots out of the military all you want. It ain't gonna help now. Your mighty men have become his women.
That's prophecy.
Plain and simple.
And Trump,
Ain't no averting prophecy.
even though he's the president, and he might have a certain little bit of power, but at the end of the day, he can't change the dynamic of that whole vibration of the faggots, the transgender. All that shit is being pushed by these same elites
All over the world.
that's holding you as a puppet on the screen.
Okay.
Right.
You might not want transgenders in the military, but guess what? The elites is responsible for pushing that vibration.
And they're
They're making it law to where you can't even mention the wrong pronoun to a transgender without getting penalized, man. Hey, but these are all the things that the Lord spoke of, man. That whole faggot transgender, confused, bugged out individuals, the nigger woman, the so-called Negro man, the Hispanic and Native American man and woman. Hey, they're perverted because the Lord actually put that spirit in the midst of Babylon, in the midst of Egypt. That's prophecy, man. Isaiah 19 and 14. I have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. The spirit of immorality. Lewdness.
Outside the temple,
Isaiah 19:14. The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Yeah, they totally drunk off of the wickedness. Everywhere you look at a woman in this society. She's drunk. She's totally out her mind. She thinks she's equal with you.
Yeah.
Or above you.
Or above you. Or she got a girlfriend. She don't like men.
Right.
The men, he got a boyfriend even though he has this tough image like he's a gangster, he's a thug nigga. Like the young thugs in the rap industry. That's all that perverse spirit, man.
Let's keep reading that, bro.
Read that again.
Verse Isaiah 19:14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. Neither there shall be any work in Egypt, which the head or tail, wrench or brush may do. Let's read this one. This is about this. This is the true saying. In that day, Egypt be like unto woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he hath shaken over it.
That's when the Lord brings his wrath.
Cup without mixture.
That's when he passed that cup around, man. And all you so-called tough men, which really you're a bunch of bitches here, you're gonna be like as women in that day, like the scriptures say. Women as a woman in travail. This is a totally mixed. This place is like what they call the jungle juice. mixed
every kind.
everything mixed in it.
Suicide.
That's this place, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's on that juice.
Yeah.
That's why this place is called confusion. Babel. You know? Everybody here is totally confused, bugged out their damn mind.
Okay.
That's why they do what they do. That's why they act the way they act. That's why they think the way they think. Especially Jake. Jake is totally gone, man. Gone. You know?
About you.
Yeah, we talking about you niggas, man.
I love breaking women ass down and showing them that we are not equal.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite things is when a woman thinks she's equal to me, I'll break it down and show her that she will never be equal to a man.
Yep.
Just on the fact that you want to be equal to a man,
Go peace, stand up, see what happens.
let's go do it. Let's break it down. Let's do it. Let's be equal. Let's have an equal amount of lovers and see what happens.
Let's play open chess.
Let's do it.
God.
And we're going to see who the slut
go
at the
first.
end. It won't be me.
Right.
I'm going to be a righteous man at the end of that conversation. Doing what I'm supposed to do. Multiplying. You're going to have confusion and babble.
Yep.
You know, plain and simple.
Basically,
You ought to follow, not lead.
if I may say this, going back to that prophecy in Isaiah 19, where it says perverse. You look it up in the Hebrew, it's from the Hebrew word Iwa'ayim, and it basically means distorting, perverting, warping, depravities, perversities. Perversities.
That's for sure.
And when you go, like, when you Google up, you know, what it means to be perverse, it means to basically to go backwards.
Yep.
You know? Matter of fact, immorality.
Yeah, immorality.
To be immoral, man. Perverse. You know?
Perv.
Yeah, man. And that's,
New speech.
And that's what this world, especially here in Babylon, that's what it breeds.
Yep.
All right, immorality, man. Just a bunch of deviants, freaks.
Yeah.
A bunch of idiots, man.
They don't just come out at night. They asses be out in the daytime too. We done seen men walking their ass through here naked at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You know? Ass out. Hey, man. Let you take a picture.
That's up there.
What's up? Yeah.
That's when you read the definition for perverse, it says of a person or their actions showing a deliberate and abstinent desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of consequences.
Acceptable by who or unacceptable by who? By the Most High God. That's who's unacceptable.
Not by the society standards.
The society accepts everything.
The society's perverse.
They don't even have a standard.
Right.
Society's
Whatever
perverse,
seems,
man.
Whatever seems right to the flesh, to the eye, that's considered righteous.
Well, you got Bruce Jenner and people actually calling him by a woman's name when we know this motherfucker was running in the Olympics as a man. Y'all want to penalize me for calling him by his real goddamn name that his Miriam gave, Bruce.
In New York,
They want to call him Caitlyn. Man, your name is Bruce. Every woman named Caitlyn needs to be writing and being like, this motherfucker's name is Bruce. He's a man. He ain't cut his thing off. He's still walking around with balls in a dress. Perverse.
Hey, but like the scriptures say, the Lord is not prolonging his prophecies, man. He spoke it.
Yeah.
He said it was going to be a perverse spirit mingle all throughout Egypt. All right? So that's why they bug the hell out. They're confused on that Babylonian wine, man.
That's why that knowledge and wisdom is stability,
That jungle
man.
juice, man. They fucked up, man. Them philosophies they messed up the minds of our people here, man. They done been here too damn long.
Comfortable.
So now that same generation, hey, they got to get purified by that fire, man.
Right.
You know?
That's the only way that's gonna get them right.
Yeah.
Is that fire? 'Cause even if they go through the all the shit that's gonna happen here in America, they still gonna be clinging on to the white man to save them. They still won't repent and call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why they need thermonuclear fire.
Katrina was the first thing that people in Louisiana did.
FEMA.
FEMA. White man, help us.
Yeah.
Okay, they ready. Yeah, they ready. They need it. So if we can make them mentally like Katrina, because we know New Orleans, Louisiana, we know that we've been pushing crack and drugs and
murder
and government assistance. They gonna need us. So we're gonna turn the rest of the world into that. Matter of fact, I know where we gonna get the drugs to do that. Matter of fact, we go over to them opium fields
in Afghanistan.
We can use that. Matter of fact, if we make it legal, like call it medication.
Yeah.
And they'll all take it. Everybody got something wrong with them. They'll take it. We'll just prescribe it out. We'll benefit the doctors for getting it, for giving it. And that's how they really did you people, man. To the point that there's synthetic marijuana, GMO marijuana, basically. You know, just like they can take the seeds out of a watermelon, they can take the positive, the seeds out of weed, the positives out of it also. To give you that feeling, but put something else in you.
Done.
And like on that belt, oh, you know, I don't know how to say belt goes. Like, it's in the water. It's in the water, man. He was high though. Anyway, you was still reading.
I was done with that. I was
12?
Ezekiel 12, yeah.
So,
That was it on chapter 12, but I was still in 13. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 4. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts.
Yeah.
Done.
They're like the foxes in the desert, man. You know, a lot of these men are in this thing for their own agenda. You know, they call themselves prophets of the Lord, but really they out to devour you jakes, man.
Them dogs out the filthy loop.
Yeah, hirelings, man. Not sparing the flock.
Done.
They in this for their own gain, for their own purpose, man. You know, one thing about a fox is foxes are opportunists.
Done.
They're real clever, man.
Done. They showed you that as a kid. Dora. Swiper, no swiping.
Exactly. You know? And with Wild E. Coyote, he always did slick shit to try to get closer to the Roadrunner.
Okay.
Yep.
And he'll do it to get closer to the Roadrunner because he wants the Roadrunner, man. He wants some blood.
Yeah.
You know? That's how you prophets are, man. Because all you want is followers, you want money. You really don't care about Israel. Because if you did, you would be warning them. You would be standing on your watch, like the scriptures say. You would be constantly sounding the alarm in the Lord's holy mountain.
That's right.
Brothers will come out every week, not seasonally.
Yeah,
when you feel like it.
Exactly. You wouldn't be half-assed seasonal Israelites.
Fair weather.
You know? Come out only when it's comfortable for you. You know? You ain't, hey, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. All right? He said, the Apostle Paul, he mapped that out in his epistle to the church in Ephesus. He gave apostles, prophets, ministers, basically and teachers for the perfect thing of the saints.
You know? Long distance picture taking ass. Why you don't bring your ass over here and say something?
That's why I do like that.
Hey, fuck Jake, man.
I'm tired of you niggas,
Fuck Jake, man. Hey, the prophets prophesied against Jake, man. When they prophesied against the nations that they were living amongst, or that particular empire that was flourishing, yeah, they prophesied against that kingdom, but they also prophesied against wicked Jake that refused to get right. Because the Lord was simultaneously going to take down that empire along with Jake that was basically in league or joined with those heathen nations in that empire.
Was that at the live show? This week we did? Like, nah, man, don't tell that prophecy over here, man. Go on, with that. I'm talking about that, right?
Yeah.
When it's smooth.
Yeah, you had
prophesied to see.
You had Amos. He basically came to who was it? It was priest Amaziah, and he basically had him go and tell King Jeroboam that the Lord's getting ready to take his ass down.
Okay.
You know? And when he heard him come and speak those words to him, he was like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Go take your ass down there to Judah. Go and tell that to them. You know? So when the Lord prophesied against our people, they didn't want to hear it. They think it had nothing to do with them. Us being out here and doing what we're doing has everything to do with you niggas, man.
Everything.
This book is for Israel, man.
The warning is for you.
It's time.
Hey, the warning ain't for these other nations, man. The warning is for you Negro, Latino, Native American, you Israelites scattered across the four corners of the earth within all these other nations. That's who the warning is for. It's just we telling them their judgment. Hey, nothing y'all nations can do. You don't get judged harshly and destroyed and put in slavery or whatever else. But the warning is for you Israelites. But the Most High knew all you wouldn't get it. So but he knew the remnant would get it. The elect would get it.
Verse 5. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel.
Hey, what are we in the? Let me say this loud. What are we in the gaps for? Because we know Jake be in the cut, in the gaps. We know that's where our people be at. We know this is a gap. This is a gap right here. Literally.
We're in the
You
lanes
don't
of the
find
city.
them standing literally in the middle of the street on the Flamingo in Vegas. They got to be around here. They're in the cut. Jake frequent through here. Jake come through and he see you, be like, okay, I don't know what it mean today, but oh damn, they here again next week. Okay, a year later, they're still there. Hey man, what y'all talking about? Well, you gotta go into these gaps to find that elect, man. Cause when we fish, when you go fishing, you don't just go to the middle of the ocean or the lake, whatever throw your thing. You might have to go to the edge of this one over here. You might have to go to that bank next week.
Right.
Where the shade at over here one day, depending on what time you out there. You gotta, yeah, if you want to catch, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
Hey, the unicorn will take care of every other corner.
Yep.
Okay.
But the cracks, you know,
Yeah, that
the,
big.
the hedges and, you know, all that, the trenches, you gotta be up in them. You gotta fill that in.
And we
Make
didn't
sure nothing come through that.
We done been to churches here.
Yep.
We done been to the hood here.
Yep.
We done been throughout this city, man. Whether you like that or not, we done been in spots out here, and we're not gladly received anywhere amongst our people. The reason Jake don't want it, or don't want to know that we're out, because they don't want more bad news. Well, guess what? We got more bad news for you.
Okay.
But if you were to take heed in this, it would be good news. It would be gospel.
It's just gonna get worse before it get better.
Right.
Out here.
But it could just be getting better. The mark came down, and it looks all good to y'all, but we love the mark coming. We love it. Because that builds up our faith, that everything else that this Bible is talking about is real. And that means if we're doing the thing that the Bible talks about, then we have that opportunity to get that salvation.
Right.
What we're working towards.
And if I may say this, going back to where it says about standing in the gap, that gap is like a breach, a hole in the wall that enemies usually try to come through to ambush a city. You got to be right there blocking and showing Israel, oh, an enemy is trying to get through the crack. So you standing on your watch, you ain't letting nothing come through, and you running Jake, sounding that alarm. Hey, get it right. The sword is coming. Get it right. This is happening. The Lord said this. The Lord said that. Take heed. Repent. You know.
The main gap we're talking about today, the main gap we're talking about today is, hey, don't take that chip.
Okay.
Don't take the chip. He's gonna try to slip it in like it's something hip and something convenient and something good, but it's gonna destroy you. He didn't tell you the end game of what that chip is there for. It's to destroy you, but the Bible warns you of it, and we're telling you about it. What happens to you when you take it? We read it earlier.
Yeah, finish that.
Verse 5. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. They have
You're giving them nothing to stand upon, no foundation to build their spirits up towards salvation upon, dealing with you false prophets and you so-called, all you that take this Bible in your hand deceitfully, man, and don't take it with true sincerity and in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You giving our people nothing to stand on, no hope, just more continuing with what's going on in these times. Go ahead.
Verse 6. They have seen vanity and lying,
Emptiness. Go ahead. And
divination,
lying, divination.
divination.
Something that you say is from the divine, from the celestial, from the Heavenly Father, but it ain't real. We're telling you the real. We ain't saying it's an embargo or Christianity or whatever else like that. We're literally telling you it's this chip.
Okay.
That there's this implantable device that's going to go in your body to make things more accessible and more convenient for you, which is going to give them more control over you.
Yeah,
Tell you literally what it is.
And not just the mark, all the shit that's getting ready to unfold.
Right.
Martial law, we can't forget about how Esau's still gonna have them troops out here. You know, policing you niggas. Concentration camps.
And where's your chip?
Yeah.
You don't got a chip, you go in this camp.
Come with us.
You go to the still.
Yeah, you can't even go down the road that leads to the one grocery store left. That's up.
And that's gonna all unfold when the economy collapses.
Yep.
When there's a big uprising, you know, because right now it's bits and pieces of little seditions here and there here in America, but pretty soon it's just gonna come to a head, and it's gonna be a total war zone from Maine to Cali.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody gonna be safe. That's when Trump is gonna have to be like, all right, I'm sending the National Guard. All right, it's gonna be a curfew nationwide. All right, make sure all the troops, make sure you're armed. You know, make sure you follow these procedures when dealing with the citizens of the U.S. You know, so on and so forth, man. We gotta warn you about everything, man.
Yep. All the gaps.
Everything, man.
All the beat up.
We gotta let you niggas know what time it is.
Yep.
You Hispanics too,
That's right.
because you are people as well, man.
Right. Native Americans.
Trump is after y'all, man.
Testing ground.
Y'all gonna really start to feel it, man. Especially Trump already got them riling up a lot of you so-called Mexicans, man.
In this 13.
The ones that who we deem in those gangs, MS-13s, you Sarinos, you know.
Gotta say this. It's a video online. A brother put up a video about tattoos coming with an evil spirit.
Yep.
And he wasn't interviewing nothing but Issacharites who tattooed their faces. And all of them regretting this shit because they can't sit by nobody on a bus, get a job, and so forth and so on. And like he was saying, them tattoos on y'all face is a ticket out of this bastard.
Let me say
You're
this.
getting arrested, you're gonna get detained, you're gonna get harassed, you're gonna get put in your ass. You know, plain and simple.
There was a guy I seen yesterday, he was walking around with his shirt off at the park, right? And he had all his old school gang tats, Norte and different hood, and you know, had all the prison tats and all that shit on it, right? But everybody else that was having their picnics or whatever else at the park, they was like scared of. You could see that they were scared. His family was uncomfortable with him, with his like, put a shirt. His wife was like, babe, put a shirt on. He's like, man, it's hot. Well, guess what? It comes with a certain spirit, and it ain't what you got it for originally.
Okay.
When it was everybody, ain't nobody scared of you no more. This dude was 5'7", 143 pounds, man. He didn't weigh shit. You know?
But let's get this straight. They wanted that fear when they was putting that shit on.
Right.
Now you got it.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to be around your ass.
Yep. Now it's back
And now Esau
you want
is
to be
going,
around.
yeah. Esau is gonna lock your ass up because of it, because he fears you too.
Yep.
You know?
Because he believes that you gang members are mighty men of our nation. And you're not. You're the weaklings of our nation.
Okay.
Straight up. All you gangsters, man, y'all the weaklings of our nation.
Okay.
You were the ones that will be killed in the war. You the niggas that need to get shipped off to World War III to go die over there. Get rid of y'all. Good riddance.
And they are. You niggas, hey, you niggas are gonna be enlisted, man.
Yep.
All right, because that draft is damn sure gonna hit.
Yep.
I mean, we already in the middle of, we're on the brink of a nuclear war,
Yep.
which the Lord's not gonna allow it to happen until all the nations get on board with it, not just North Korea.
When they get their weapons together.
When they get everything, the nuclear arsenals, everything's developed, right?
Yep.
That's when that battle of Armageddon is going to happen.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the troops, all of the troops of the United States military are all stationed, all centered around that Middle Eastern region.
Right.
Because they're going to fight that last battle over there.
Right.
And when that goes down, when it gets real ugly, all right, when shit gets real bad, Trump is going. He don't have no problem sending all you niggas, you unproductive ass niggas that's terrorizing your neighborhoods. He'll find something for you niggas to do. All right. Since y'all used to pulling triggers, once y'all do that over there in Afghanistan,
we'll train you.
We'll train you. Put you over there in Iraq, over there in Syria.
Kill at will.
You know? But once that happened, guess what? You ain't never coming back. All right?
Con, and that's more to push the initiative of the chip too.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta tell them. Hey, y'all get this chip and fight my army. I'll make sure y'all chip get 10 on it, 10 racks on it.
Yeah.
And they be like, for real?
Yeah, they're gonna reward you when you get the chip.
Like the military reward you for
God,
going
you
over
can't
for a
spend it.
tour of duty.
You're gonna spend it on.
It's the same thing like the brother put out for the restaurants, giving $10,000 to go cashless.
Yep.
So that's just like the chip. You know, we give you 10,000 and, you know, people want to resist. They're going to up it up to 20,000, then 30. And, you know, Jake is all right for 10, but, you know, some Jake that think they smarter than they are, they going to wait till he move up. But at the end of the day, you all going to get destroyed, man.
And what you getting anyway? What Esau calls credit.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no physical money. You ain't getting no gold.
Ain't no more,
You ain't getting
screwed
nothing.
money bank.
Yeah,
You
you ain't
swim
getting
around
nothing.
in your money no more.
Esau love to play tricks. Oh, it was a glitch in the system, so we took all of it. But, you know, hopefully the system will be back up on Monday.
By the way, we're gonna raise the taxes.
Yeah.
Because the devil always wants his money back.
Yeah.
So the 10,000, we're gonna take that plus.
Let me finish 6. It's Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 6. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the Lord saith, and the Lord have not sent them. And they have...
They say the Lord said it, but the Lord had not sent them. And the way you know who the Lord has sent is because these prophecies are coming to pass.
That's right.
It's easy to talk about history and misconstrue history of 5, 6, 7 different books. You know, but when you say something in the future that has not happened yet, and then it happened, that's how you know. That's an unmistakable sign right there. That's how you know that we're the prophets, because we're telling you something in the future that's going to take place, and when it takes place, you know who was really sent from the Heavenly Father and who wasn't. We clearly see it ain't a sanctioned embargo.
Yeah. And that's why, bro, it's beautiful how all the camps been basically bringing out that precept in Ezekiel 33, where it says, lo, it shall come, and when it does come, then shall be known that a prophet has been among them. So you can't deny it, man. A lot of you guys, you're quiet because you're in denial. But you know you're gonna have to speak up about this, man.
Yep.
You know you're gonna have to say something, and a lot of you're gonna have that pride in you that you still gonna buck up. Even though you see this, we've been saying that it's coming to America, and now that you see it here, you still gonna have to save face for pride's sake. Because you got a lot of pride, man. You don't want to lose your congregation. You still want that money to come flowing in. You know? So that's why a lot of you guys, you ain't gonna say nothing, man. You just gonna let Jake just lead them to their death, man. Somebody get John 10, man. John 10 and like 12.
John 10 and 12. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd.
Hey, hireling, because that's the difference. Hey, if you watching over your own child, let's use child, right? You really care about that kid, right? So you're gonna watch every aspect to make sure that child is safe. But when you hire a babysitter, somebody that's only doing the job to get the money that you're gonna give them to fill in or whatever, guess what? They ain't gonna take as much care with your children. Nope. They gonna feed them McDonald's and bullshit food. They ain't gonna watch to see if they sleeping good at night. or what they brush their teeth before they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna take that extra care. The shepherd will, because the shepherd is really looking out for the flock.
Right.
We're showing who the shepherds are versus who the hirelings are. You that do it for filthy lucre's sake, and filthy lucre ain't just money. This also goes into fame or whatever else. Whatever those desires that are insincere.
Whatever your lust of the flesh is.
Right.
Yep. That's what you're doing it for.
Yep.
You out there because you want views.
Yep.
You're trying to make your account the biggest sensation on YouTube. You know, it ain't about that, man. The Lord didn't set us up just to glory in ourselves.
Right.
Especially not in this fucking wicked kingdom.
Yeah, we ain't got nothing to glory about, man. Only thing to glory is that we know Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
And he granted us he blessed us with the understanding of his word to go and preach in hopes of edifying the elect.
Right.
Yep. Help sealing the elect, man, so we can get salvation. We get the hell up out of here, man. And that's what it's all about, man. And we don't do this because we pick fights with brothers. Hey, what happened yesterday was a beautiful thing.
Yep.
The men at HODC, you know, they actually came out and saw the apostles, man.
Yep.
And they was able to build. It was peace.
They made a plan to do that too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they just was sliding by and oh, what's up?
Yeah.
You know? No, they went by there on purpose.
Yeah.
They talked that through.
Yep.
And I'll say this about HODC. Majority of their doctrine is not too far off from the doctrine that we preach.
Right.
You know, there's just few little things that they teach different from us, and the apostles, you know, they'll constantly get on them.
Yep.
You know, but that's those men.
Yep.
You know, they had differences or whatever, but it was a beautiful thing to see them come together. You know, but at the same time, even though the scriptures do say to be at peace with all men. You know, because we all have that common ground of being Israel, but we still got to stand on with doctrine that we're teaching. You know?
And the apostle said, yeah, we get on y'all, but we got love for you.
Yeah, there's no love lost. But we just that zealous about the doctrine.
Yeah.
You
about
know?
the truth.
Yep. We want to make sure everything is right, man. Because we fear the Lord.
Because we're really shepherds, so we care about the sheep.
We care about the flock.
Even that little rogue ass sheep that run off, we doing all weird ass shit, we still gonna gather his ass back and bring him back.
Yeah. Straight up, man.
John 10:12. But he that is a hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep.
Yep. Oh shit, a
and
wolf.
fleeth.
Yep.
Hey, if you look at like Lil Bo Peep when I heard that lost sheep, right? That's an Israelite story anyway. But that hook ain't just to corral the sheep back in. That's to fight off the wolf.
Yeah.
That's also something to help you fight off the wolf.
Huh. Stab.
Yeah, it's a stab. It's like a stab. But it got the hook on it, you know? So you can corral the sheep back in, but you also got to fight the wolf off with that to protect the sheep. You know? A real shepherd can't be afraid of the wolf.
Okay.
No. Just because a pack of wolves come through, that don't mean run. That means you got to be paying attention on the tower or wherever, paying attention to such a level. Oh shit, that looks like a pack of wolves trying to make their way this way. Hey, come on, sheep. Let's go and hide ourselves over by the tower in the barn or whatever and wait till they pass.
It's like a dog catching afraid of the dog.
Yeah.
Ice Cube Daddy said, get the dog in there, choke his ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, but the wolves is you other false prophets.
Go
But the false doctrine. Yeah.
The false doctrines, man. You know, leading Jacob astray. What is that? I believe it's.
That's why we're in that gap.
Yeah.
To block. We're that shepherd in the gap. Like, no, you ain't about to get to my sheep. You ain't gonna steer them astray. Let them just wander off and get devoured by you know. Let them fall out. Don't let the Lord choose what happens. You know, you don't send one of them out like, nah, believe it, it's all good. No. But you are wolf in sheep's clothing. Finish reading that, bro. It's good.
And seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattered the sheep.
Yep.
The hireling
because
fleeth.
when a sheep sees a wolf, they know what it is. It's the sheep that know, oh shit, sheep. But now you done lost your hedge of protection with the shepherd. The shepherd ran. The other sheep just scattered, and now guess what? The wolf don't actually have to what I said. Hey daddy, the daddy wolf and the baby wolf. Daddy, let's run down and get one of those sheep. He said, nah, son. Let's walk down and get them all. Same thing. We gonna come cunningly and come get you. You know?
Every animal knows their enemy.
Yeah, they know what their predators are.
Yeah, they're predators.
And what they're the prey of. Yep.
Verse 13.
But Jacob do not know. Our people do not consider, right?
I got it right here.
No, go ahead.
The hireling
No,
fleeth.
you go with that. You go with that.
This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Sheep are way smarter than oxen and donkeys.
Yeah.
Sheep are smarter than that. Go ahead.
But Israel doeth not know. My people do not consider.
They don't consider who's really for them, looking out for them, and who is out there to scatter them and lead them to the path of destruction. Because the path of destruction is broad, and the narrow is what those that really try to protect you is going to lead you down. That's the right way.
Yeah, a flock without a shepherd is vulnerable to any type of attack or any outside intruder that can actually, destroy them, steal them.
Okay.
I mean, that's why you got to have somebody look over and make sure that every sheep of the flock is intact, man.
Because if a sheep is out there eating, he ain't looking around. He's
Okay.
out there, another good patch. And then he way off by the edge of the forest where the wolf is at.
Because Jacob's vulnerable. He's all over the place, man.
Yep.
Everywhere
Whatever
he
look
go,
good,
there's a religion right there. There's another philosophy over here. He got his, he worships his mom, so he's getting whatever his mama is telling him.
Yep.
She's telling him to go to church every Sunday and get lied to.
She's getting whatever the man she fucking this week or this
Come on,
month
man.
or whatever this year is put on her.
He's being attacked from all angles.
Yep.
He's in school.
Homeboy
So
pops.
what do you think he's learning in school?
Yep.
He ain't learning to be an Israelite.
He ain't learning the truth.
They don't teach the law, statutes, commandments in college.
Yep. Not even Bible college, right?
No.
What was the movie? Gangsta Paradise. Wasn't nothing. That whole movie was about being how to be wicked.
Yep.
The school was where they was training Jake to be wicked. It was a gangster's paradise. He can bring the gangsters can come in there, teach you how to sell dope, turn the young high school girls into hoes.
Yep.
It was a gangster's paradise, man. Wasn't nothing but wickedness. Well, we know how the story goes. We had one Edomite woman who